Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you. And as always, we're thankful for our sponsor, BTC Fiber. And you can always see our interviews on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's Channel 18. And today we have with us, excuse me, Lorre
Schweinforth,
okay, and Coco, Dauer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're here with us because of the upcoming art show that Friends of the Library put on, and this going about their 12th year. And ladies, it's good to have y'all today.
Thank you. Good to
And
be here.
we appreciate y'all being with us. Now, let's ask one thing. The art show, how long has it been going on?
12 years.
12 years, wow. And I think I've been one time, so maybe I need to get up and get out there more.
We'll expect to see you at the reception.
All right. Well, I might be able to do that on the 5th, I think. That is on the 5th, right?
Yes, it's on the 5th at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and it's going to be at the Fairground Building?
Correct.
And that's where the art show is going to be, right? At the Fairground Building?
Yes.
All right, and with this art show, is it open to anybody or just local artists? How's that work?
Art, people in the valley
In the valley.
who are artistic, and it has a variety of media.
And I think one thing is a lot of people are not aware of the number of people who actually are artists that actually get out there and work.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's because a lot of people maybe just do it from home. They don't broadcast it a lot. And but there are quite a few artists out there. Now, how long have you been painting?
I have drawn and painted most of my life. We moved here 9/11, the day of the attack,
Oh, really?
to this beautiful scenic area. And I'm not sure how many years I've been in the art show. It's been several.
Well, that's a good thing, and you've been doing it most of your life. And what about you, Coco?
I've been painting in watercolor. I'm going on about 27 years now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is it something y'all have always liked to do, or is it just something you one day think, I think I'll try that and see how it goes? Or?
Always done it, drawn, painted, did
Me-
piddled, and then get serious about it as you go along, don't you?
I have also.
And I guess being an artist is like anything else. You start out and then you pick up little things here and there, and or how to do certain strokes or things, and then you add to and just keep adding on.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me.
For me, it's been a wonderful hobby, something I've always liked to do, and I enjoy painting things that I see. From portraits to like what my husband fly fishes.
Yeah, let's show that picture while we got that. Put it up right there. We go, and don't cover your face too much.
That's all right.
But that's a good picture. It gets the. Did you take that from a photo and then do it, or?
This was from a photograph,
Uh-huh.
and actually the photo had the casting was not correct, and my husband is a fly fishing instructor.
Uh-huh.
So he corrected the cast for me and critiqued it well, and so that it should be correct now.
Uh-huh. Well, good. It's good you have some critics there, right?
It is to make sure that I met an artist in a place where we traveled to, and she was also a violinist.
Uh-huh.
And she said she understood exactly what I said when I explained to her his critique of the casting, because you can hold a violin wrong in a painting. It would be she would want it to be corrected.
Right,
That
and
makes sense.
you'd need to know, otherwise people that know that stuff would say, well, hey, this person's not an artist. They don't even have this right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they would spot it.
Yeah, they would. And what about you, Coco? What do you? What are some of your areas that you like to paint?
I paint mostly in water media, which would be watercolor inks, acrylics, anything I can wet and smear on a piece of paper, basically. So.
Well, let's show your work there.
Okay, this is my work. It's called All In. It's actually a photograph of McClune's Lobster Shack in Rockland, Maine. And these little skiffs are used for the lobstermen to row out to their lobster boats, which are anchored in harbor. And then they tie up their skiffs, go out, fish, and they come back. And then this shows that all the boats were brought in, so everybody's all in safe from their day on the ocean. So.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty too. You got a variety of colors in both of these.
Yeah, the tide was way down and all of the algae was exposed on the rocks. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And they have really good lobster.
Yeah. I guess you ate some lobster while you were there.
Oh, a few.
Well, the event, y'all, this upcoming event, how's the attendance been over the years? Has it had a good pull of crowd?
My understanding is it has a very good attendance. Someone is there throughout the exhibition hours, so you can come in and see. Someone will be there to answer any questions you have, is my understanding, and we always have a really good turnout for it.
Now, speaking of the hours, do you know the hours? Has it been set yet?
I do not. Sorry.
Well, maybe we'll get that
Somewhere 9 to 5, something like that. I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that.
Oh, okay.
It's such a scenic valley, and after COVID, I would think that this year would even be better. You know, people are enjoying getting out, and and it'll be, really nice event to go to.
Well, I think this year more people are getting out anyway. They've stayed in. They've had enough of staying in. And they want out. And I think it's pretty safe now. At least I'm not a doctor, but I think it's pretty safe. And I'm out every day, so.
Yeah.
Especially out in the open air, like this event is.
Yeah, and it's a large area, so that'll be pretty. And then now, Coco, you were here before, and then you moved away, and then you came back. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I moved here 18 years ago and was here for 10 years. And then I went to Middle Tennessee to be closer to grandkids. And they have watched them grow up, which they did, so we can come home now. So that's what we did. So we came back. And they'll be going to school probably in Eastern Tennessee, so we'll actually be a little closer to them than we were before. So that's good.
Yeah, and you've just been back just a little while, right?
A few weeks, yes.
Few weeks.
That's why I'm not up to speed on everything. I've only been back a few weeks and still trying to find things in my house.
Well, I know moving's not always fun.
It was not.
Yeah.
No.
And the other day we were trying to find something and couldn't find it, and it took us a while to find it. And we figured out it was in a certain box.
But it's there somewhere.
Yeah. Some days you just want to give up and say, we'll find it later.
Exactly.
Well, are there going to be different categories in the art show, or do they have it set up that way?
Yes. In the past, I know we've had woodworking. Seems like there's been
Digital
quilts,
photography,
paintings.
textiles,
Yes,
sculpture, I believe sculpture,
that's right.
and photography. So
So
drawing.
it's all set up in different areas. Well, what about if someone saw some of your work, like if you brought several things, and they saw a piece that they really liked, would want it in their home, can you sell the pieces? Or is that not permitted, or how's that work?
We don't sell them at the show, but we will all have cards there so that people can contact us after the show and let us know that they're interested in purchasing the piece. And we can have it priced so they can know what it would sell for.
Oh, okay. Because I know a lot of people, they don't quite understand the number of hours it takes to really do one of these pictures. It takes quite a while, and so when they see a price on a picture, they think, wow, that's a lot of money. But it's really, when you put in the time, it's not a lot of money compared to the time you put into the artwork, so they shouldn't complain.
Right.
Plus they're paying for something that's original in a creation as opposed to just a product. So.
Right. And do y'all do other shows around, or get involved with other arts and crafts shows, or?
I have.
Right now I've got a piece in Bradenton, Florida at the Southern Watercolor Society National Exhibition, and then we have different shows. I'm with the Mountain Art Guild on Signal Mountain, and they have different shows, and you go to different shows, you find places you can put your pieces, people approach you and say, can I hang this in my restaurant and that kind of thing. So you just kind of hobble it together, I guess, but find as many places as you can to hang your stuff so that the public gets to see it. So.
Right.
And then these kind of exhibitions are just wonderful because it gives you a lot of exposure to a lot of people in your area.
Well, and you moving, especially in your case, you moving back, people might say, "Oh, hey,
There's Coco."
yeah, and make renew old friendships."
Oh yes, yes.
And I'm assuming you do have friendships when you meet people at these shows and get to know them.
Oh yes.
And because I'm assuming they call you back sometimes and ask for pieces that you do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But do you consider this like a full-time job for yourself? I mean, is this
I paint every day, so I don't know if you would. I probably paint 4 or 5 hours a day when I can. And now not lately because I've been moving, but normally I try to paint 4 or 5 hours a day. So we'll get back to that really soon, I hope.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Lorre?
It's more of a hobby for me.
Uh-huh.
There are times when I'm painting every day, and we travel, and so it just depends. It's more of a hobby. It's something I enjoy.
Well, do y'all, in both cases, you took your drawings from photos. Do you do that quite often? Do artists do that quite often? That maybe they see something and they'll take a picture of it so they can remember how it was, and then go back and.
Right. A lot of us take photos for references. Some carry around their sketchbook, so they'll just sketch it out real quickly if they see something, and that way they can get their impressions of what they're going to paint rather than just a picture of it. So do it both ways.
Well, do you see a lot of younger people getting into art these days?
Not as much as I like, but yeah.
And of course, when I taught school, I saw a lot of artwork in class.
I bet you did.
But a lot of kids like to draw. But I think a lot of them would, if they had a program where they could enhance their drawing abilities and learn how to do other things that they didn't not aware of. That would help.
Yes, I agree.
And I think the middle school has an art program. They have an art instructor. I'm not sure what all they do, but I know they had one when I was there, when I taught there, and they did a lot of different things, So, was there other areas you like other than is there a particular area you like to work on? I mean, a certain area.
Geographically or just media-wise?
Media-wise, and then is there certain things like nature or that you like to do?
Like I said, I have enjoyed doing portraits in the past, and really a variety of things. But some people do prefer just to stick with one thing that they do. And one media, like watercolor or oils.
Or acrylics.
Yeah.
For sure.
And quilting is an old time, like in my mother quilted, and now you see, I don't know if we have quilts this year, but I have seen portraits like done with quilts. It's just amazing what people can do with creativity and talent. And, it needs to be encouraged, like you said. I think in schools, you said you were a teacher. I can remember in high school, it was encouragement to me to enter competitions and scholastic art and that sort of thing in the schools. It's an encouragement because, like in anything a child does, some are good are math students, and they pick up, they do well in that. And for me, it was always I like to draw and paint, and things like exhibitions like this can encourage people when you have your work displayed and people like it.
Right. And this year, I don't know if y'all got your schedules together, but it's with Valley Fest this year, same time as Valley Fest, so that's going to be a lot of people in town.
Yeah.
So maybe they can come on over to the art show as well.
We hope so.
And now there's not an admission, right? Is it free or is there admission?
It's free. Have to check on that. It's free.
Yeah. Well, good, because I know a lot of things here in the valley. When people have gone to things, there's always an admission charge.
Yeah.
And here, seems like here in the valley, everybody's trying to open everything for anybody that wants to come, and therefore make it free. So it gives more opportunity for more people to come out instead of having to worry about, well, I've got 2 or 3 kids and myself, and
Right.
having to pay for the whole family to get in,
Right.
and things like that.
Mhm.
And so that's good that it's free. Let's see. Is that,
One thing they're doing with this art exhibition is the people will have an opportunity to vote for the People's Choice in both the painting
Oh.
category and the 2-dimensional and the 3-dimensional categories. The sculpture will have a People's Choice and the paintings will have a People's Choice. So it
Well.
gives them an opportunity to look at everything and decide, really decide which one they like the best. So that's
Now,
nice.
you mentioned the reception on Thursday night.
Mhm.
Will the artwork and everything be set up then?
Oh, yes.
So it'll be ready for Thursday night, but
We certainly
it
hope
opens
so.
it actually opens on Friday, right?
The reception is at 6 and it is an open to the public reception. So
Oh, okay.
I think,
I misunderstood
yes,
that.
it is open to the public.
Okay, well, good. That's something I misunderstood. Well, what would you like to see is, like you said, I don't want to say it's a dying art but what would you like to see to get more people to doing art? Would you like to see more programs in schools and to encourage that, or maybe more local programs to where you'd have people have classes open for people to come?
Mhm. Well, I think definitely in the school system, if we could put art back in our schools or really emphasize art in the schools, it's certainly going to breed a new group of artists and allow them to explore themselves at a really good age, because that's where they are forming their ideas and their philosophies and their thoughts. And if they can tap into this creative spirit that we all have and make it blossom from there, I think that would be the best thing, is to grow young artists. That would be great.
Right, and as a writer, I tried to encourage at the middle school. Told them that graphic writing, was a big thing, and if they could actually draw and put in all the words, that would help, because that's graphic novels are a big thing.
Huge, yes.
Yes.
So
That's great.
that would go along with art.
And that's little old gray hairs aren't real big on the graphic novel drawings, but the young ones coming up are just doing amazing things.
Right, and now they have so much technology that can actually help them, with the
Yes.
media,
Yes.
that can actually help them. If they can't do everything just perfect, they can have
Right.
that to help.
Yep.
And that's a big thing too, is as time goes, the media grows, I guess, things that can help people. And that would help me if I was trying to put
For
it
sure,
that way.
for sure.
That's
Well,
right.
is there anything else y'all would like to add about the upcoming event?
Just want everybody to come out and see what we do.
Well, good.
That's great.
So remember, folks, you can come out into the, the art show. It'll be at the fairgrounds, and that's this coming weekend. Not this weekend, but Valley Fest weekend. Same time as Valley Fest is going on, so you can have plenty of free time to get out and visit these avenues, the Valley Fest as well as the art festival, and go by. You might see a piece that you want in your home, so go by and see our local artist, and then when you finish there, you can go to Valley Fest and see the music part. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.